very strong, you know. Without mentioning names or people. You know, it's so strong. Because most people are not aware of it. Imagine if you meet someone who mamish looks bad. What do you tell them? So you walk up to them and you tell them, you really look bad today, you know. And it's the greatest thing you can do to them, right? Because then suddenly they look good, right? You know what will happen to them? The most terrible thing you can ever do to anybody, right? You walk up to somebody, you tell them you look bad. Maybe before they just looked bad, but now they mamish feel bad, right? The strongest thing you can do to a person is if the mamish look bad, you know? Imagine. The mamish tell them, oh, you look just so sweet today, you know? Because then something happens to them, your mamish gives them strength. First of all, we don't know the power of words, right? Words are tremendous. Words are not statements. Words are real, you know. I want to tell you something way out. I told it to my friends 1,000 times. You know? Mamish, a true story. I was walking with another boy on 72nd Street. We meet this girl. And so she tells that she has a date and she's going. So this boy said to her, I don't know, you don't look so beautiful anymore. I saw you happy you're gone. You just looked so beautiful. What happened to you? Are you overworked or something? You know? Oh, very mama, she knocked her up like that. Then could have mama taking him by the throat. You know, so I said to her, I said to me, don't listen to that stupid fool. He doesn't know. It's nearsighted or something. She just looked so beautiful, like you never looked so beautiful in your whole life. Mama made us very strong. So the craziest thing, I get a call in my office next week from this girl. She says to me like this, I want you to know that this date was very important because I got engaged to this boy. But I want you to know that I was waiting for this boy to propose to me already for half a year. He never did. Anyway, that night he did. So while he was proposing to me, he told me he loves me so much. Suddenly I remembered that this boy told me I looked so awful. So I felt so bad that I just wanted to say no because I'm sure he doesn't love me if I look so awful, you know. So he doesn't mean it. So I was just about saying, forget it, you know. But then she said, thank God I remember that you told me I look so beautiful. So then I thought maybe this boy was really lying. Maybe I really looked beautiful. Maybe he really loves me. So I said yes, and she said, I just want you to come to my engagement. It's a true story. I want you to know something strong, you know. I think I told you to Josh. Where's Holy Josh? Where he is? It's strong. Where? Oh, Holy Josh is here. I think I told you the Rabbi Melech. You know, Rabbi Melech, whenever he met a little doctor, he was telling them the same story. I'm sure doctors do that anyway if they have a little bit of sense. But Rabbi Melech was accustomed to tell the story if ever a doctor would come to him. He would say, he said, I want you to know, he says, that my wife, Mama, saved my life at one time. You know, in Lizhensk, in Poland, the snow is so high and the ice. So Rabbi Melech said, I was on my way home, and there was mamish ice, and I fell. But I didn't fall on the ground, but I fell. There was some kind of a what? There was a board, and some kind of a rusty nail was sticking out. Real rusty nail, old and thick rusty nail. And it went right into my lungs. And was mamish, he says, mamish, I don't know what happened, but mamish knocked me out. My blood was flowing like mad. And I couldn't even walk anymore. Mamish, she says, I crawled on all fours till I got home. I knock on the door, and mamish thought I'm just coming there to die at home. Was mamish like mamish get out, you know. So he says, so my Rebbetzin, you can imagine, the Melech Rebbetzin must have holy Rebbetzin, you know. So he says, my Rebbetzin saw me, and he says, and my daughter Chanale was just eating challah with a lot of butter on it, you know. So my Rebbetzin said to Chanale, do me a favor, take some butter and put it over your father's hole, you know, to stop the bleeding. So suddenly I thought, it's really not that bad, you know. If butter can stop the bleeding, it couldn't be that bad, you know. So I said, Mamish, I had to laugh. And at that moment, it gave me so much strength, so I didn't laugh. Never know. There's another also very strong story, you never know what you're doing to people. The story is that the Yida Kodesh went to say Tashlach, Rosh Hashanah, you go to a river. And in Pshisre, the bridge was very high, and the river was mamish very far below, in a very deep river. So, when you say Tashlach, you shockle a little bit. So this Yidel never shockled too much, and he keeled over, and he fell into the river. It was mamish dangerous, and he couldn't swim either. He could only shockle, but not swim. Anyway, so... What? Yeah. Anyway, so he says everybody was mamish so shocked that mamish, they didn't know what to do. Suddenly the holy Shisrab Simcha Bunim yells after the Yidele, "Hey, Yidele, give more gas to the Leviosin when you get there, Give more gas to the big fish, So at that moment, even the Yidele, had to laugh. What could he do, Because he was just had given up, So from that moment on, the Yidele, gave him strength. So he started moving a little bit, because Mamash would have drowned like that. And the story is, eventually they got him out from the river, because they gave him strength. It's very strong. That's one thing I want to tell you about friendship. I'll tell you something else. Very, very deep. Maybe some of you could remember, we learned from Rav Nachman, that there's two kinds of being in this world. There is such a thing. It so happens that I am in this world. And there is such a thing as I had to be in this world. I have to be in this world. Remember this very, very deep. I don't know if Josh remembers we were learning it once in your house in the good old days. Let's say, for instance, if I say today's Wednesday, I'm lying, right? Or let's say I'll say today's Shabbos, I'm lying. But how much am I lying? It's not that bad, because it is possible it could be Shabbos, right? If I'll say my name is Yankel, my name is Schreiber, okay, I'm lying, but it's not that terrible lie, because it could have been that my name is Yankel, right? But if I say there is no God, it's not just lying, because it so happens that there is no God. I'm honest lying. Because the way God is, it's not just it so happens that He is. He really is. A deeper kind of is. So, the way people are in this world, there are two levels of being. Some people, it so happens they're here, and some people are really on this God existence, they're mamshir. For instance, any person in the world, he's here, could have not been here. Our father Abraham, it's not that it so happens that he was here. He was mamshir. The Baal Shem Tov was mamshir. So the thing is, which is so very important, I feel it so much. Or what's about children, when they're born? They feel so much that the world was going on before me, right? So it so happens that I came to this world, right? But obviously the world can't go on without me also, because it went on all this time before me. So the strongest thing parents have to tell children, not true. The world couldn't go on without you. Give them mamish this. You have to be it. The world needs you. You have to be. And the strongest thing, which I feel so much, sometimes you yell at children, what hurts them the most is not that what they did wrong, but suddenly they realize, obviously, the world can do without them. And it hurts them the most. Because if the world can go on without me, what am I doing here? Say something very strong. As much as I'm not a psychiatrist, but I could swear that all those kids who think of suicide is because nobody told them the world needs them. If they would mamish know that the world cannot exist without them, how can I commit suicide? I don't know why. Just the last few weeks, I got about few letters, from kids, let's say it was mamish heartbreaking. 2 out of 10 was kids writing about committing suicide. Mamish heartbreaking. But anyway, what I want to tell you is, friends, the strongest thing is when you meet somebody, it's not, besides you have to tell them they look sweet and good. It's very, very important, because your mamish gives them strength. But you mamish have to make it clear to them that, mamish, we need you. You have to tell them you're on the level that you are really. I'll be so happy for you. Saying something very strong. God bless you. If a person knows that I'm really here, then they won't do wrong. They won't do wrong because we have no time. I'm just... The world can't go on without me. It's so important what I have to do. But it so happens I'm here, but I can't. The world can go without me, so let them do their thing, I'll do mine. Anyway. You know, this melody I made it. Oh, you put it by the holy wall. It's quite enough. The whole thing. Keep a good harmony. Let's go.